This is the arrange page of a composition I finished recently. It's called Clock Pot. It's called this because, funnily enough, I recorded the sound of a clock ticking in a pot. There's 3 layers to this composition, and I used a repetitive process of firstly recording the sound of the clock ticking in the pot, then re-recording that to tape, playing the tape back into the pot and making a new recording. So this new recording would have the sound of the clock in the pot as well as the previous recording of the clock in the pot. So there'll be 2 ticking clocks. I then did this one more time, and that's how I got the 3 layers which I use for the composition. The red layer at the top is the first recording, the pink layer in the middle is the second, and the purple recording at the bottom is the third. I wanted to develop rules for this composition for working with time. This was to develop new material or perhaps take the composition in a different direction, which I might not have thought about if I didn't have these rules. So it was a bit of an experiment. This is probably best illustrated in the 3rd and 4th layer. You can see in the 3rd layer there are bits of coloured audio which correspond to the layer below. Now, what I did was treat each 4 bars, or 8 seconds, of layer 3 as sections or cycles, and the rule was to basically make one incision or cut one piece of audio out of one section and then repeat it at the same position in the next section. But I could only do this once per section. So if we play this now, you can see that gradually, and hear that gradually, a new syntax of audio from the 3rd layer is being developed on the layer below it. It's happening in your right ear quite quietly at this stage. The high-pitched squealing that you hear during the piece is the sound of the tape being rewound and fast-forwarded as I was trying to search for the right position in the tape. I left it in because I just did one take as I was creating a new recording, and I really like the character of the sound. So eventually, a whole new 4 bars or 8 seconds of audio has been created on layer 4, derived from the layer above it. At this particular point, the original recordings ran out, so it made sense to carry forward the new syntax of audio to create the new section. I used a similar technique in that in this section of the composition I treated each 4 bars or 8 seconds as an individual section. Again, using a process that I could only apply once to each 4 bars. This process involved cutting a piece of audio of X amount of length and then repeating it next to itself, overlapping what was there before. So gradually, as you can see, the original blue recording is being overlapped by repeated occurrences of sound. I continued this until eventually there was no blue left, and we have a new syntax now. So, with all the blue gone, it was time to take it in a different direction and just conclude the